Welcome to another video on my Arduino MegaADK for Android, some electronics and an Android tablet. If you have seen my previous videos on this, then you know that I first start trying to do some pre-work or just on the tablet and not yet connected, which is then some previous future work to connect them. This also means that I am trying to get myself familiarized with JavaScript, since that is running on the tablet. Last time I tried to get mouse direct working, and with something that caused a delay. Why the delay? Well, the point is that I need to I want to have some text displayed for some time, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, whatever time. However, that has not happened yet, in the sense that this should give some time, some delay, but the delay isn't happening. So the last thing I did last time was trying to get something like seconds read from the system. I know that the clock frequency of the Android tablet is 1 GHz. Well, 1 GHz you can count on what is then 1 second, but nothing happens. It just says I do it, I do it, I do it, and not some time in between. Apart from that, this is also not really good. Text is something like a second. However, when I read this, it may be due to location which I need. So let me fix that first and get some value in here. 600, 400 width and height. The second instruction will have to go for now, and then I will have to for somehow get the seconds instruction. But that does not exist, and that is to be an argument into something which I thought I did right, but apparently I didn't. So in order to get the seconds, I need to study the manual, the reference manual for JavaScript for Android, because as usual, one language, one computer language varies per device, and this shows to be no difference. So let me first see how seconds is actually being used, and then see whatever happens. Alright, some new steps. First of all, it turns out that I have to do a declaration of variable, for example in my case S1 is second, and then S2 is second, and then I want to print the difference on screen. And while looking at this, I have to change this because I want to read it after this is supposed to be delay. So how many seconds are actually passing or elapsing after during this loop, and then I print them. Print is a very usual command, and it turns out that text can only be used for giving text and no results, and like in C and Python, for example, print is then being used. Print can be used to put the text and then followed by a result. However, I am very curious where on the screen this is being placed, because there is no location. Anyway, enough said. Let's do something. Run. That looks like something should be working. Right? Yeah, I don't care about that. So let's focus the cam on the tablet. And to be honest, right, press and drag. Alright, I suspect that my text is somewhere here, so I need to remove this text to some other location. So let's do that. This is just an example, 0, 0. Let's put this somewhere between 0, now at 0x and 600 or 500, I don't care, at this location. So let's run it again. Is it really doing something? Yes, it is. Or should be anyway. Launched on the device. Yes. But no. Oh. Darn. Yeah, I hope I'm not getting into the same misery again. No, I'm not. So now it has moved here. So now I'm curious what my new text is going to be. And see, the drag is working, but where's my new text? I don't see my new text. And there are now two texts right through each other. But where are my seconds? I don't see my seconds anywhere. And that is not what I expected. So how do I locate this then? That is a very good question. I have looked more into the print, and it is actually not the same kind of thing as in C, but more like Java, as I kind of could have expected. So either I do this, or I introduce another or the same variable. I calculate it prior to the print, and then I say plus variable. In this case I can do just like this. Apart from that, I couldn't find as quickly as I thought a way to put location into this. So apart from the fact if it can or not, I will still try to do something like this. So let's find if it runs anyway. And now I would like to see only one red line. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. And this is standard, so let's take a look. And I do not see it anywhere. The only thing I would like to do is to put this further down on this line, and then these random stuff let me just well, it appears so shortly that I can for such a short time that anything else like that printed text should be visible. On the other hand, maybe it appears so quickly and for such a short time that it vanishes again. But I don't expect that to be. Anyway, run again. and this is, for time's sake, the last thing I think I should do for the tablet. Right, that I don't want to see. Oh. Delay. And unfortunately there is such a delay that after I get the message that this fails here, there go mere seconds by before I get the reaction on the tablet. So that is something as well. Now please, just one red line. What is this? Well, it is evidently a failure, but also a connection failure. Yeah, it's there. And the ADK is there. Yes. Start again. This I hadn't seen earlier. I had to reconnect on the tablet, and that is something I do as preparation for this experiment. Oh no, please no. One line please, one red line, then I know it's running. Okay, end of this. Unfortunately I have to leave with this line, and Android Quartz Black is stopped. Yeah, the rest of the experiment on the tablet will have to be postponed to next time. Up next, some electronic experiments with the Arduino. It is what it is. Then further with the Arduino with some electronics. And I had an idea with a new kind of interface, but I am postponing that. Instead, I am going to try to read fischertechnik light dependent resistor, photoresistor, into the Arduino and put it into the serial monitor. To that end, I have changed the schematics a bit, and in more than a bit actually, because the connectors I previously had all here and then some here, but I thought it'd be wiser to put them all at the side. So I have redrawn this, and I have now added the A3 input connected to resistor number 7 and photoresistor, and that is better be 8. Yes. So this is the newly added setup, and that should be going to work. So I have added here, not here, but here, A3 as input from photoresistor, then a pin mode A3 to define it as an input, and a serial print input photoresistor with the analog read of the input. Will this work? We will very soon find out. I already did change ownership of the interface. So I am able to read and write, as you can see here, but I have to upload the newly defined stuff. Done uploading. Will it work? Well, I do get a nice value. And it seems to me that this is very nicely working. Is it correct? That I don't know right now. But in any way, it proves that I get a nice value out of it. So that is a nice thing to do. Now this is possible because the Arduino has an analog input. If you have watched another project of mine, being a Raspberry Pi 1 with analog digital converter, this proves that the Raspberry Pi 1 is only digital, so it needs an analog to digital converter, but needless to say, the Arduino can use can handle analog input, provided you define it as such, and here I did. So now it provides me with a nice value. Can I continue with this? Well, of course I can keep putting this, but I can also enhance this by making a button and making contact somehow. But that's all kind of detail. I can also put a probe on it. So let me do just that right now. And I should be careful to put it in the right way here. And now it is connected to this line. So what will happen? And now keep in mind that this is 5 volts. Well, not the whole block of course, but this line between these two lines is a potential difference of 5 volts. This means that this value for 70 something, 446 or something, is something like 2.5 volts. Now it's 5 volts. So let's say rounded to 1000, 900, whatever, is 5 volts. No, it is not. It is a resistor. So the value of the resistor changes, and it lets through some voltage. And that voltage that is let through is 5 volts. And that is the point. This is, well, there is of course a link, but to put things into perspective. And then the question is, what next? To end this episode, it is never wrong to test everything once again. So, apart from the newly added photoresistor of fischertechnik, let's press this, and then a 0 gets high. Press this and a 1 gets high. Then, equally important, this little LC circuit, resistor and capacitor. and that should give a small flash. Question is, does it? I don't see that happening. So it is necessary to test. And then a wire may help, putting a wire correct. And then it helps and it works again. Question is, can you see it on camera? Because with the naked eye I can. Yeah. It is a very faint flash, but it is visible. Yep. Wait a bit longer and you have a result. Then of course press both buttons at the same time. Yep. And then input A2 gets 1. So that is good. And the newly added photoresistor does its job nicely as well. And with that, thank you for watching this episode. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like, follow me on Instagram and like. Please donate to keep the videos coming to you. Very much appreciated. And this is going to be continued in some way with JavaScript and other and more electronics. Bye bye.